Who is the real mastermind behind Jungkook's luxurious mansion design? This shocking revelation will change everything you thought you knew. Comment, like, and subscribe before reading, because this story is about to blow your mind. Is it possible that everything we believed about Jungkook's taste, his privacy, his sanctuary, was all silently guided by the hand of someone we've never seen? Someone so discreet, so artistically commanding, that even fans who pride themselves on uncovering every detail missed this one? Could it be true that the architectural heart of Jungkook's dream home was not a high-profile designer from a glossy magazine, but someone whose name is only now beginning to surface from behind the shadows? The whispers began not long after a few leaked renderings of a breathtaking, modern estate rumored to be Jungkook's made their quiet debut in private fan circles. Clean lines, ambient lighting, an ethereal blend of glass, stone, and warmth that felt too intentional, too intimate to be generic. Something about the flow of the rooms, the placement of the windows capturing soft morning light, the tucked-away studio space, overlooking a garden of absolute silence. This wasn't just luxury. This was soul, and yet no credits. No mention in design journals. No official statements from Jungkook. No trace of collaboration announcements. Only one cryptic message posted months ago on a now-deleted fan account. The person behind, JK's new home isn't who you think it is. Genius hides in plain sight. But today, that mystery has detonated across fan communities like wildfire, because finally the name has surfaced. And it's not a celebrity architect. It's not a Korean design firm. It's not a Hype insider. It's Seo Minjun, a relatively unknown architectural illustrator who once described himself as a silent architect for quiet souls. A man with no flashy portfolio, no industry clout, and no awards. But what he has is vision, emotion, a connection to space that isn't taught, it's felt. And perhaps most shockingly, a personal past with Jungkook that fans are only now beginning to piece together. So who is Seo Minjun, really? How did someone with virtually no public-facing design career come to build a sanctuary for one of the most globally beloved idols of our generation? And why was his name buried so deep, so long until now? Their story, like all stories worth telling, doesn't begin with blueprints. It begins with trust. Back in 2019, during BTS's world tour era, Jungkook reportedly sought a getaway, somewhere to escape the constant noise. A small, cozy cabin in Gangwon-do, not for media, not even for music, just to breathe. At the time, Minjun was a freelancer assisting with visual storyboards for a boutique retreat project near the same region. Their paths crossed through a mutual acquaintance. Jungkook saw Minjun's sketches, raw, haunting, full of longing and peace. He didn't commission him right away. What followed wasn't a job. It was a partnership, a friendship, a series of deeply personal conversations between artist and muse, about light, about loneliness, about silence, about memory. Jungkook didn't want a house. He wanted a home, a story, a heartbeat, and Minjun listened. For the next 3 years, their collaboration remained a total secret. Even the contractors reportedly never met Minjun in person. He designed remotely, sent renders, offered guidance. It was said he didn't need to walk the property physically. He already understood the space through Jungkook's eyes. The home that now exists, the one fans have only seen glimpses of in shadowy airport shots or leaked interior corners, is the result of a bond so private, so real, it almost hurts to know it wasn't meant to be public. So how did it get out? A recent anonymous post on what many suspect is an ex-contractor's private blog, shared high-res design visuals titled Project JK Sanctuary, SEOMJ. The post was deleted within 20 minutes, but it was too late. Fans screenshotted, translated, dug deeper. Within hours, Seo Minjun's name began trending in niche architectural spaces, then spread like wildfire across army networks. And now here we are. The reactions have been emotional, to say the least. Fans aren't just impressed, they're moved. Because the more they learn about Minjun, the clearer it becomes that this man didn't just design a structure. He translated Jungkook's spirit into architecture. That's not easy to do. That's rare. That's vulnerable. And it makes you wonder, how many other stories do our idols carry silently, stitched into the walls of their private worlds? Seo Minjun has not made a public statement. His contact information has been wiped from directories. His last known post, months ago, was a grainy photo of a single lamp, illuminating a room with handwritten words. Beneath, homes are not built with bricks, but with secrets and songs. It's the kind of line that sounds like poetry. But now, knowing what we know, it feels like truth. And what about Jungkook? Will he address it? Will he acknowledge Minjun's genius? Or was this story never meant to be ours in the first place? The irony is, in chasing idols, we often forget the quiet people who help them build their dreams behind the curtain. Today, one of those quiet people was finally seen, not because he wanted it, but because beauty, when crafted with honesty. This revelation has fans spiraling in the best way. Some have already started creating tribute art for Minjun. Others are sharing their own stories of homes, solitude, and identity. And many are now seeing Jungkook's performances, lyrics, even his expressions through a new lens, a lens built from the rooms he now lives in, the peace he walks barefoot in. So what do you think, Army? Could this be the beginning of a new chapter in Jungkook's life, not just musically, but spiritually? Is this home more than just a place to sleep? Is it a mirror? And now that the name Seo Minjun is echoing throughout fan spaces like a haunting piano note left unresolved, it seems we're only beginning to unravel the layers of intimacy hidden within Jungkook's so-called private haven. What else lies within those walls? What personal memories have been imprinted into the wood? The marble, the glass, shaped not by trends or magazine covers, but by whispers, by dreams, by unspoken fears. Was this house not merely a shelter from the storm of fame, but a love letter to himself? Carefully constructed in silence, the blueprint that's gone viral, though technically unauthorized, has become a subject of widespread emotional reflection. Rooms are not labeled traditionally. Instead, they're identified with words like stillness, return, begin, and most intriguingly, linger. What kind of person names a hallway linger? What kind of soul wants to linger in a corridor unless it holds meaning? Fans have started to theorize that each of these spatial concepts reflects different chapters in Jungkook's emotional journey. From the chaos of debut years to the ache of adulthood, from burnout to rebirth. And perhaps Minjun wasn't just an architect, perhaps he was a witness. Some believe linger refers to Jungkook's tendency to pause at thresholds in his life. Caught between boyhood and manhood, fame and freedom, obligation and desire. One thread with nearly 30,000 likes on fan platforms suggested that the return room faces west, symbolizing the dying sun, a metaphor for closure. The kind of deep, symbolic resonance that could only come from someone who knows the weight of silence. Someone like Minjun. But how did Jungkook, a global idol surrounded by a multi-billion-dollar industry machine, manage to create something so personal under such secrecy? The answer again may lie in trust. Multiple insiders who chose to remain anonymous claim that Jungkook kept this project locked under personal funding. No high management involvement, no agency mandates, just him, his savings, and a promise made to himself. One source called it his one untouchable thing. That phrase, untouchable thing, has lit a fire in fan circles. It's now being printed on fan-made merch, doodled on army notebooks, tweeted alongside screenshots of interior sketches. Because in a world where everything an idol does is consumed, dissected, monetized, Jungkook carved out something sacred. And now that we've seen a glimpse of it, we can't look away. The more you stare at Minjun's renderings, the more you realize they aren't renderings at all. They're confessions, each line drawn like a breath held, each archway curving like a heartbeat. There is a staircase that doesn't lead directly upstairs, but instead loops around a void. We must sometimes walk in circles before finding clarity.